Hey guys, what's up? Today in the Book Lab, we're going to be breaking some new ground and opening up and reviewing some of the Series 20 minifigures. Now, I'm not one of those people who usually collects an entire wave of minifigures. I usually just feel out the few that I'm interested in, and then I just, add those to my collection and just admire the rest from afar. But unfortunately, what with the whole situation going around, which we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube without being demonetized, I really didn't want to stick around in the store feeling out each individual one, so I grabbed some that I thought were the ones I wanted, and we will find out. Of course, I feel like these are probably a little bit quantum, because on getting home and feeling them before I started this video, I feel like I might have grabbed some that I didn't mean to. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's open up the first one here. Alright, so it looks like our first minifigure is the Llama Girl, who is, well, that was actually what I was going for, so that's good. We will go ahead and take a look at this little chart over at the end. So it looks like she has a double-sided face, and that is interesting, because usually when you get those double-sided faces, they'll have kind of opposite expressions, whereas these are both kind of happy-looking. Alright, and there is our first minifigure down. Let's see what the next one has in store for us. And it looks like this one is our generic Power Ranger. Now, I will say, I am not really a Power Rangers fan. I really know nothing about them, but this is a pretty cool minifigure. He has a kind of stern-looking warrior face here, and this was one that I was really hoping I'd be able to get. So, let's move on to the next. And it looks like this is our special edition 10th anniversary minifigure Brickman, whatever he's called. I don't know their names. I don't know their official names. And the reason that I really got him was just because of this hairpiece. Because I wanted to see what it would look like on the new Scamander minifigure. Scamander? I don't know how to pronounce it. I guess it's kind of accurate looking. A little more accurate than the official one. But for some reason, having the actual official Lego hairpiece on him for so long, I've kind of gotten used to it. And this just kind of looks really weird, even if it is a bit more accurate. So, let's give him his little tile and move on to the next one. Alright, and it looks like this minifigure is going to be our Knight minifigure, and the reason why I really wanted him was this sword. It's a pretty cool sword, and I will say one of the coolest swords that LEGO has made thus far. And also, that head is actually pretty cool too. I actually hadn't seen the head before opening this minifigure, so I really like that. That's also one of my favorite heads from the minifigure series. Oh man, I don't want to force the sword into his hand. He has new minifigure hand syndrome. Let's loosen his hand up a little bit, quick. I think these feather pieces are actually new in this dark red as well too, so that's exciting. And plus I really love the design on his shield there, and his color scheme is actually a lot better in person than it looked like on the official packaging. I really wasn't expecting that yellow and black to be very good, but I'm surprised. It looks very nice. And it looks like our next minifigure is going to be the female pirate here. I'm really not a huge pirate fan at all. I was too young for the original Pirates theme, so I kind of missed out on that one and all the nostalgia that goes with it. And the subsequent pirate themes just never really did anything for me. So, I was kind of gonna give this one a pass, and then the Pirate Bay came out, and, I figure in case I get that set one day, I'd like to have her on hand. And she has a pretty cool looking pirate minifigure as well. I feel like that torso will come in handy for some Victorian era stuff. And her head is pretty cool as well with those two expressions there. And that new hat and hair combo looks good. Plus it would probably be good for male pirates as well. I'm sure their hair was long and shaggy. I feel like this hairpiece would also look good on some Victorian era character, or whenever that powdered wig craze was going on. Oh, and I just realized this now. She also has some printing on the side of her legs here. It's kind of hard to see with my lighting, but yeah, they look neat. And this is a minifigure that I wasn't exactly expecting. I was actually hoping for the Nunchuck Kid. But it looks like we got this rocker guy instead. I'm not too disappointed though, because, well, I do like his head. It has a neat new expression on the front, and this, rocking out expression on the back, which I feel will probably come in handy in a whole variety of scenarios. But anyway, let's give him his hair and his guitar thingy. Is that what this is? Now, we don't know much about this instrument, but it does look like LEGO did a little oopsie here from what I've been hearing online. These keys should actually be facing the other way, but, we'll chalk that up to LEGO not doing their due diligence and move on. And next up here we have little bunny suit girl. This was a minifigure that I got not for the minifigure itself actually, but in fact this little bunny here. It's a cute little piece and I feel like it'll go really well with that existing teddy bear element. Yeah, so there's that, and then on the minifigure, I mean, she obviously has her little pink pajamas and only one expression on her face. And this Hermione hair, which I believe is new and blonde, but don't quote me on that, I really don't keep track of hairstyles. Next up we have, I'm really hoping this one's the diver, because if not, then Sam messed up big time. And it is the diver. Well, call me relieved. Again, this was a minifigure that I did not get for the minifigure itself, but in fact for the creature that comes with it, and in this case, the sea turtle. Now this is a dual molded piece with that olive green and dark nougat. I don't know what this color is. It's brownish and it's kind of rare. That's really all I know. But this new design is fantastic. It's even better than I was expecting, and my big hands are in the way, so it's probably hard for you to see it. But yeah, it's fantastic. As for the diver herself, well, you know, it's just a generic diver minifigure. There's nothing too special about her. We've gotten minifigures in wetsuits before, and once you've won, you've all. There's really not much you could do with it. Of course, I guess you could always use her parts to improve the Avatar Nia minifigure. Like, look, watch this. Give her the turtle, bam! Instant improvement right there. That's like 2,000% better. That's really all we need to do to fix Nia. Joking aside, let's finish up the minifigure here. She only has a single-sided face, and on mine the print is kind of faded, which is really disturbing, and it's especially disturbing that that happens to these collectible minifigures now. That didn't used to be the case. Their prints always used to be super solid. What are you doing, Lego? Disappointing me is what? But mildly disappointing me because, I mean, let's face it, we didn't come here for the minifigure, we came here for that turtle. And of course, there's this little stand here that you can position the diver on. These pieces came with the superhero line from last collectible minifigure series. Very useful part, cannot recommend it enough. And it's super cool, and you could get some cool poses with the diver here. And of course, there's also this, I guess, seaweed type plant. Very useful. We don't get nearly enough of those, at least not yet. I'm sure LEGO's going to release some kind of Harry Potter forest set soon, and soon we'll be inundated with them in all sorts of different colors. It actually looks a little bit better in person than it was on the packaging, and of course we also do get these dual molded arms and legs. Always a plus. And on to our final minifigure. And this one should be, well, I guess we don't have to leave you in suspense for too long. It's the Viking. Yeah, so we get this cape, which I believe is new in this color. It's that spongy material that I like, which is really cool on a minifigure, but it's terrible for stop-motion animation. Trust me, I've tried. Anyway, this entire minifigure is pretty fantastic. I mean, we have these dual molded legs with olive green and brown. We have this fantastic torso design, which is probably the best torso design we've got ever, since the last Vikings released in 2005, and LEGO has come a long way with their prints since then. And also, well, his face is not the best. I'm not a fan of LEGO using this really light orange print on it. I mean, the orange beard itself is, well, I don't know. I wish they'd use a darker orange for that, and that just kind of looks goofy to me and really cartoonish. But I mean, that's not the only reason why we got the minifigure, and overall it looks really cool, especially this new helmet. But yeah, and we also have this fantastic new print on, oh, I forgot to put the cape on. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Much better. And this shield is also a new print design, and it looks incredible as well. I really love that. And we can stick that on, give the minifigure his spear, and there we go. And he also, interestingly enough, comes with an extra beard piece. Overall, this is probably one of the best collectible minifigures that LEGO has ever made, from his helmet all the way down to his little black base plate. I love every single piece of him, which is something that I can't say for all of the minifigures we've seen thus far, or even in previous waves. That's probably a lie, I just can't think of them at the moment. Anyway, yeah, this is a great minifigure. It's maybe one of the best that LEGO has ever made. I know it's definitely one of my top 5. Oh wait, I almost forgot that we were gonna take a look at this little collector sheet here. Let's move that Viking aside here. So it looks like we just have a brief overview of the minifigures here. You've probably seen them all already at this point. There's nothing too rare or unique here. And then on the back, just the standard instructions for how to assemble those unique minifigures. And, oh look, I actually did assemble that diver underplay correctly. I was just 100% guessing on that. Anyway, yeah, so nothing too exciting. This is the 10th anniversary of the LEGO Collectible Minifigures. It's kind of funny, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, and yet somehow it does. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. If you want to see more of my content, check out the other videos on my channel, and stay tuned. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled build tutorials and custom minifigures in no time. Seriously, by next week, hopefully.